here. I'm here to share with you how I created some envelopes. I was inspired by Lori, Girl on the Ridge. She made a ton of these at one point, and so I had purchased some 11 by 14, copy paper, and then I coffee dyed these, and they've been sitting there for a while, so I decided I wanted to use them. I had ordered these stamps from Anna Griffin when she did her clearance, and I'd had my eye on these for so long, and they're so beautiful, so I decided to use this one that was like a scroll work. And I'm doing like the second generation stamping, or something that they call that, I think, where you stamp off once and then you stamp onto your surface. And I did that because I didn't want it to be perfect, and I didn't want it to be a full stamp of the scroll work. Anyway, so I did some partial stamping here and there, and I like how it was kind of dark in some areas, and then some areas it wasn't, and so it just kind of gives this really cool looking texture. And it adds to the vintage feel. I really love these stamps. I love some of her dies and her stamps that look really vintage, because she uses different designs, like old designs and stuff from wallpaper and architecture and stuff like that, and then she creates stamps and dies from that. Anyway, so I just had some fun here, stamping up the papers. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, don't worry, because it, obviously it's just repeated throughout. So I'm using the My Favorite Things Extreme Black ink. It was kind of what I had in my desk, so I just grabbed it. It's a really good ink, so. And it seemed to stamp well. It dried pretty quickly, actually, so. And you can see I'm going to use 2 sheets of the 11 by 14 and make a flap at the top. So I stamped, just where the paper was going to show. Now I'm going to add some heavy gesso. This is the Finnevar Art Extravagance, I think it is. The heavy gesso. It's just kind of what I had on hand. I have a large thing of gesso, which I kind of prefer, but I really enjoy having the squeeze gesso. Anyway, it's what I had next to me, so that's what I used. And I'm just dry brushing it over the top. I didn't want a heavy coat of it or anything, but just enough to add some texture and to kind of tone everything down and make it all cohesive. I like the way it looks on the coffee dyed paper and a little bit over the stamp. And of course I love the way it feels afterwards, so. And there I go, making a mess over all my hands. So the way I had the camera, it was kind of weird. I was trying out a different setup, and I had gotten a new holder from my phone, and I put it in the middle, but it was a little difficult to work with, so if you see me reaching. But anyway, there you go. I did sew them together and added some sari silk with some stitching, and I have a pocket on the inside and a pocket on the back, and then now I'm going to add some lace trim from OohLaLa Vintage Treasures. I'm using the Audrey Loves Coco kit and a little bit of the Attic Dreams kit. I kind of wanted to soften the edge a little bit and add a little bit of frill against the vintage look. I do like rustic, but every time or grunge, I should say, and every time I do, I have to add a softness to it. I don't know. So I added some lace fabric on the inside to kind of give it some sturdiness in case you're opening it a lot and want it to rip off. And then I'm adding this really pretty applique and another piece of the pink applique, and those both were in the Attic Dreams kit. So now it's getting its little girly look. You know, I can't help it. I love pearls and I love appliques, and I just love the softness of lace. So I thought that looked really pretty. And I decided to add a sari silk bow to finish it off. And there you go. I'm probably going to add a little bit more decoration on the front, but I kind of wanted to see how I put it together. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye for now.